Let's do some quick Q&A. I've gotten a repeated question in Facebook messages about customers who pay late. This one is by, forgive me if I pronounce your name wrong, Daryl Detmar. He's got a new lawn care business going. He's a little frustrated because he has a customer who always pays him late and waits to pay just before he comes and cuts the lawn or provides the next service or whatever it is before the next bill is due. And I messaged him back, which I'm telling you right now, it's frustrating when a customer pays you late, especially in the beginning of a new business. Why? Because it's stressful. It makes you stressed out when you're waiting for that check to come in, because in the back of your mind, are they ever going to pay? Are they not going to pay me at all? What if this person stiffs me? God, I hate doing work for this customer because I'm always afraid they're not going to pay me. In the beginning, when you don't have a business bank account built up and you don't have, money in the bank to carry you over, every single check counts. And you hold your breath until you get that money, and when you finally get the check and it deposits in your account, or you get the cash, whatever, you go, you're always waiting to exhale. I don't know, I never knew what the hell that meant. Now I do. So once you grow your business and you you get customers like that. I have a customer, an awesome client. Her average bill is around $850 every time we go there. We trim up her property, pull the weeds, do some stuff, some extra stuff. And she always takes an entire month to pay the bill. By the time I send her second invoice after 2 weeks, this lady not going to pay me. What's going on? She's not going to pay me. She always pays the bill. Some customers have different paying habits. Some customers only pay their bills once a month or twice a month. Some customers, they don't look at you as a small business owner or contractor who needs their money now. They look at it like it's just a bill. Or some people have fear inside of their bill paying habits where they pay stuff at the last moment, whatever it may be. But if you know that you know, and you know that you know that this is a good customer and they're going to pay, they always pay their bill, you really, really gotta just put it out of your mind and just put it in the back of your head. Let go and get out there and keep working and keep collecting your money. And I say, as long as they always pay, keep them on. Because if you start bugging the customer and pushing them, hey, you got to pay me soon, you got to pay, it's going to cause a little bit of friction in the relationship. Not that they haven't already. Unknowingly, maybe they don't even know they've caused you a little bit of friction because you're stressed out. But if you know that they're going to pay and they've been on for a while, just leave it alone, man. Grow up a little bit. And I'm not saying grow up. I'm saying grow up in the business. Focus on getting more jobs, making more money. And that'll be your customer who always pays, but they always pay late. That's how it is with me. Maybe some experienced veterans might totally deny. I mean, disagree with that. Seems to work for me. I have a customer who pays always, I don't know, a bunch of customers that don't pay me for several weeks. And they always pay. So I don't worry about it, because the more and more you do something, the more and more you just get desensitized and used to it. And it's just the nature of the business. Another thing is, what was I going to say? Excuse me. Running on no sleep. That's another good one for you. The next question I get is, I just got off the phone with Aben in New York, who wants to launch his own business, starts doing side jobs, and he's like, how do I go about getting all this work and getting this thing off the ground? Because, he works for a landscape company that does really well. They're busy. Well, I said, well, the first thing is, and when you go to work Monday morning, don't look at, oh, I'm at work right now, I'm working. Jump outside of the box and start looking around at the way the business is ran. Start paying attention to the systems and protocols. When you're doing your paperwork at work, if you're a foreman, you're seeing, start looking at the paperwork. Start analyzing the way it's laid out and the itemized, the descriptions inside of the paperwork. Start paying attention to the way the route is ran. Start looking with x-ray vision at all the plants. Pay attention to the pricing, the names of everything, the orders of operation, and absorb as much knowledge as you can as possible. Or start looking at businesses through business eyes. There's a part of the brain called the reticular activating system, which makes your mind pay attention to what's more relevant and significant, because there's so much information overload and information coming in your head from all over the place that you have to really block out what's not important to you in your life. And that's what the brain does for survival. You ever get a car or a truck or a certain color van or whatever it is, and now all of a sudden you start seeing them everywhere. They came out of nowhere. They were always there, you just didn't see them. So just like someone who's in real estate is looking at real estate all the time. If you cut grass, you're always looking at the lines in that lawn, and nobody else is paying attention to that stuff, to the extent that you do. So the more, it's all around us all the time. It's fascinating. I always say, like, you take like a Donald Trump or something, strip him down bare ass naked and throw him in the middle of like an inner city with nothing, and take everything he has away and all of his connections. Within 6 months to a year, he will be moderately wealthy again, and then in a couple years he'll be wealthy again because of who he is and the way he thinks and what he knows. It's really about the person you have to become. And I really subscribe to what Robert Kiyosaki says in his amazing book, The Cash Flow Quadrant and Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You got to pick up those books. They're amazing. He says, be, do, and have. You have to be a certain type of person and go out and do the thing. Then you will have it. And that's really awesome. It's a sense of confidence that's so strong. And it only really comes from making mistakes. You got to go out there and get dirty, get messed up, come home with bags under your eyes and go through an absolute living nightmare and underquote jobs, lose money, maybe get screwed over, or you're really just screwing yourself over because you don't know what you're doing. And having that type of whole breakdown to have a breakthrough, it's awesome. This whole YouTube thing is great. I'm actually recording this on my phone and flipped around right now with the front facing camera. Got a light at my kitchen table. And I want to do more and more professional. Sorry, man, I'm getting no sleep lately. More and more professional videos with like professional cameras and lighting. But dude, there's nothing better than just the real thing. Real communication right here, right now, talking straight at you. And getting this thing done. Getting it done, yo. Getting it done. See, I'm not looking, now I'm looking at you. You ever do that in the front facing camera? You're looking at the screen, but you're not looking at the... There you are. Now I'm looking at you. Alright, now I've just made a gosh damn fool out of myself. Hey! Sometimes I once in a while I watch my videos back, and I'll be like, oh my god, I'm doing this in front of 10,000 people? Going, and all this shit. I'm like, what do these people think? This is great! Later.